T, I'm sorry, but I gotta come in hot on this one. Okay.
Right.
I gotta come in hot on this one. America, I apologize. Okay, but my blood pressure is already high about this one. I've been thinking about this for a while now, and now I'm just fed up with it. I'm just fed up with it. Okay. So pardon me, America, but I gotta say it. It's fuck the NBA. Fuck them, at least to the playoffs. Fuck them. And I hate to say that because I love the National Basketball Association. Okay. But the NBA is a slap in the face to the hardworking men and women of America.
We've been saying this a while. You know?
They really are. The NBA is a slap in the face to hardworking men and women because these motherfuckers are getting a bag that goats couldn't even dream of.
Nope.
And they don't bring their ass to work. They find a way not to fucking come to work. You feel me? Like any little knick-knack injury, your ass is out. This is the only sports. Sports is the only form of entertainment where you can pay to see a show starring someone, and the star doesn't show up, and you still had to pay full price. It's the only one. We're in the entertainment business. If, let's say I put this shit out, and me and my brother Tim G. Jacob ain't on this motherfucker. Some folks gonna cut that shit off. They don't want to see. Now you might argue, hey, you can just cut off the game, right?
Yeah.
What if your ass is paid to go to the game? Like, what if we did put it on something live? Okay. We rented out a venue and we said we're gonna do a live version of put it on something with a studio audience. And you mosey your motherfucking ass on in there, and you get in there, you don't see first, you don't see Tim G. Jacob. That's what these folks do with the NBA.
They do.
You pay your hard-earned money. Many times you have to drive miles and miles to go see these motherfuckers. You get up in there, and it's like my brother was describing recently. Say New Orleans Pelicans had a game against Golden State Warriors. Say Steph didn't play, Clay didn't play, Dre didn't play. Like, what the fuck? What kind of shit is this, man?
Yeah,
They already ain't really playing deep. Now, let me back up. I'm about to say they ain't playing defense. They have legislated defense out of the game, first of all. They've legislated defense out of it. And we see every sport does, though. You see football, this is 15-yard penalty if you touch the quarterback. We know that you can't, you got holding penalties now. Or if you get physical with a receiver and all that kind of shit. It's just so much stuff to make the scores go up. Okay, We see baseball trying to do stuff. We've seen baseball move in the walls sometimes to increase home runs and try to juice the ball. Okay, so we see in basketball, they've legislated defense out of the NBA.
It's gone.
But in the regular season, they ain't even put forth no effort. So I got rules that favor offense, and then I got motherfuckers ain't trying to play no defense in the first place. And then I got numerous superstars gonna miss the game in the fucking way. Where's Kawhi Leonard? Where the hell?
I've been asking us. I've been asking.
I love my motherfucker.
I've been
That's not how I got. Where's Kawhi Leonard?
Been asking. Been asking.
What the fuck is going on? Everybody in Philadelphia foot hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we really talk about the shit and somebody's always out? The other day, the Brooklyn Nets played Philly. I say played Philly, but the motherfuckers you want to see them play were not there.
No Embiid. Kyrie played, right?
Yeah. The Nets had that guy, and they still lost.
And they still lost.
What?
No. Yeah.
Because no commitment to defense. And so it's an affront to the hard working man and woman because they get more for doing less.
Yeah.
They get more than their predecessors when they have to do less. Mm-hmm. Now, some may argue, well, they have to deal with social media. They can get their ass off social media. They ain't got to be on social media.
Turn it on.
Kawhi Leonard ain't never going to see what the fuck I'm talking about right now. You ain't got to be on that. That shit, they know why they get on social media? Because it enhances their brand and make money. Social media is a streaming, it's a revenue stream. Yeah. So don't give me that. These motherfuckers get paid to play less.
Yeah. That's true.
And that is fucking insane to me.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And dog, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I gotta call out Wardell Curry personally, just from a local aspect. He's been Golden State Warriors have came to New Orleans 4 straight times. The according to StatMuse, the last 4 games Golden State has played have been in New Orleans, and Curry ain't played a on game. That's
Up.
4 times that the city of New Orleans, who, by the way, the Pelicans have a great fan base. I was just down there last week to watch them play the Celtics. They got a good fan base. They support their squad. They want to see them boys win. It was they were a little outmatched that night. No Zion, because I think he was out with a foot contusion or whatever. There you go. But you got to see Tatum, you got to see Brown, you got to see BI, but it was just, the fan base is there. And the Monday game, and this the problem. This the problem I have is I was thinking about it like a standpoint of, okay, what if my son was really, really big in the ball and wanted to see Wardell Curry, and that's the closest place I could go. Easily take him down there and come back, and Steph don't play. Think about, I want to know how many kids have been crushed by the fact that their star guy has not hit the floor. Granted, they live in the state where the team is coming to, but they're a fan of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mavericks fans.
Because that's what the league fans. That since David Stern in the 80s, that's what they've sold us is the star.
Yes.
That's what they've sold us, the star. Yes. NFL trying to do that now by selling you the quarterback. They don't even say the Chiefs versus Bills. They say Mahomes versus Allen, okay?
Yep.
But them motherfuckers gonna be at work.
They coming.
They gonna be out there.
They coming.
They gonna be at work. And now they set up shit to protect them. But the NFL stars, they bring their ass to work.
They come.
They don't be load managing and shit over there.
No.
Now NBA got them fully guaranteed contracts.
Yeah.
But okay, Kirk Cousins money fully guaranteed, be at work. Some of these cats starting to get fully guaranteed money, they be at work. These boys,
they ain't coming.
It's just what?
They ain't coming.
Oh, is it 82 games? Folks talking about we need to shorten the season. Man, this shit been 82 games so long. You tell me the motherfuckers back in the day wearing Converse and shit and riding on they ain't had no private plane like your motherfucking ass got, and they were playing 82 games. You can't play no fucking 82 games.
They can't.
But when you were playing AAU, you were playing 4 games a day.
Yep. That's to get to the league. That's to get to the league.
That's to get to the league. Now, some may say, okay, well, Brum 37 years old. But what about you got motherfuckers in their early 20s? Be up here, can't play no more.
Can't play.
Load managing you in your early 20s. What the fuck is this? Mid 20s.
It's sad because you rob. This is the way I look at it. Nobody gets to see your greatness, and the next kid coming up doesn't get a chance. Is not able to idolize your greatness. There should be a myriad of kids that want to look at Kawhi Leonard and go, I want to ball like him. I want to stick D, mid-range assassin. I want to play like Kawhi Leonard because he's that kind of guy I want to be like. There were other guys when we came up, Pip. I was a big fan of Joe Dumars. I wanted to just be a cold shooter of the rock like Joe Dumars and sit down. Mm-hmm. Just solid across the board.
Shout out to Joe Dumars. I'm glad my brother giving Joe Dumars some love because I gave Joe Dumars and the rest of the Bad Boy Pistons love a couple weeks back. And some dumbass motherfucker, and I hope you seeing this, talking about how were they a super team when they only had 2 guys on the all 75. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what the media said who was good. That NBA 75.
That was a squad.
That NBA 75 shit, we see that was a lot of bullshit. Can I offer you Dwight Howard was left off?
Yep.
That man was the center in the league for what?
7 years, 8 years, dominant.
Better
Defensive
part
player
of a
year.
decade then,
Yeah.
and he was left off. Okay,
Yeah.
so miss me with that shit because the media, a lot of motherfuckers who never played or coached basketball at any level said they weren't good. I'm supposed to roll with that rather than with my fucking eyes telling me when I go watch Joe Dumars guarding the best player in the world, Michael Jordan, but still being able to contribute offensively. And I see what Warren was doing, and I see what Adrian Dantley was doing, and I see what Mark Aguirre was capable of, and I see what the microwave was capable of. I see all these boys, but I'm supposed to say, oh no, this ain't no good team. They just got one guy. It's just Zeke and a bunch of guys, and somehow they were able to go to 3 straight finals. That don't even make logical sense.
That don't even make sense.
That don't make sense.
So in that case, burn your accounts. Whoever you are out there, whoever said that, burn all of your accounts. If you trying to let people know that you have a sports knowledge, you have acumen, you don't have it. You're not built that way.
Got my young boy sent me that comment because I don't be reading comments, but my young boy Zebo, shout out to Zebo. You had my young boy about to light your ass up. He said we might need to jump on somebody behind that. I said, no, don't worry about the motherfucker, son. Don't worry about the mother. But y'all, you're right. That's what I'm saying. These folks get paid way more than a guy like Joe Dumars, a working man. That motherfucker was a worker. Look at what I'm saying. Yeah. All them series against the Pistons. The way they be on Isaiah Dick, you would think Isaiah was guarding Mike and going to get 25 or 30. That was, Joe Dumars was guarding Michael Jordan and still having to be a scoring option and still never saw the bag that shit. Not even Klay Thompson. I'm talking about he didn't see the bag that somebody at the bottom of the bench getting right now.
No. Austin Crozier.
Don't do that. See, you gonna rush on no run my blood pressure up.
No, let's do it.
Like
them boys.
Of course, I would have to adjust for inflation. Even if you adjust for inflation, there's somebody right now on a roster who's the 8th man in a rotation, who's making more money than Joe.
Luol Deng.
Luol got paid free money for how long from us? You see what I'm saying? And these boys, they just spoiled right now.
They are, and I agree with you. I agree with you because just like Kawhi Leonard, his talent is amazing, but this brother has literally had the world. The world has been his oyster for what, 3 years? We ain't since the Toronto series, since he won the ship in Toronto.
But that year. He load managed that year.
He load managed that year because he was coming from San Antonio,
and they were just happy to have.
And you know what?
You know what? Happy. They say, hey, whatever you want, Kawhi, we cool.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Partly because I've had some brown, but partly because I feel this way. That man lying on San Antonio. What other superstar ever come through San Antonio? Tim's had injuries. Tony's had injuries. Manu's had injuries. Went all and that's one of them organizations that's like a tight niche organization. Like, you when you work for the Spurs, you part of something. And we ain't never heard the Spurs organization do anything like out of character, out of like a malpractice or they handle their guys wrong. Everybody in that organization was.
They the ones that started this shit. It's load managing.
And they did. And them boys got their rest. And they would come for playoff time frame and they'd be ready to go. And then now Kawhi is challenging the doctors, saying that the doctors ain't giving him the right type of treatment and evaluations and things like that. And I'm sitting there going, but wait a minute. There's a history of load management, taking care of these guys' bodies so that they're ready to go play ball. And now all of a sudden Kawhi calling out the doctors because the doctor, and maybe Poppins just kept it classy and said, you know what?
Remember Tony? Didn't Tony address his ass?
Tony
think
asked him,
Tony
like,
Parker's-
are you in or out?
And
You,
yeah,
you here? You not here? Because we need you. So I'm starting. They ain't started. I've been questioning Kawhi, even though people been defending him and saying, well, maybe the doctors ain't been doing what they supposed to do, this, and this. But I'm like this though. Damn, Kawhi, you ain't gave me 60 games since when? Like when?
and that team in a good position. I mean, that team.
I mean, come on, man. And I want to see you. I want to see your greatness. Like for real. Like, is he a Hall of Famer?
Paul George out again.
They be out. They be out.
Like I said about my Lakers the other day, I ain't never got two things in that match. LeBron just had a great night tonight as we take. And who's out? AD motherfucking ass out. Okay. When AD was putting up these historic numbers, Brum was out. Now Brum, 37 years old. Why the fuck is AD keep doing this shit?
Man, look.
That terrible season last year. He coming into this year, new coach, supposed to be revitalized, supposed to be in the weight room all summer and stuff like that. But now it's back to this shit. You're trying to help Braun up, and your ass slip and fall.
I want to see players win. I want them to get their money. But man, if this thing go to another one of them lockout seasons, I wouldn't be shocked. Wouldn't bother me at all, to be honest with you, because the correction has to happen. Mm-hmm. It just has to happen. Somehow it's got to happen. Somehow things have got to switch back to a point in which these guys are gonna be professionals and they're gonna come to work and they're gonna give the people a product, because that's what we pay you $45 million a year to do.
That's
or
right.
$47 million a year to do.
And let's be clear. We here at IG Entertainment are not being pro owner over pro players, especially in a league that's 80% black. What we are being is pro consumer.
Damn right.
We are being pro us.
Damn right.
Okay? Yeah, them motherfucking players, 80% black. But that don't mean just because that league is a black league, we supposed to, as consumers, accept getting fucked over. This is a product that we enjoy. We just want to be able to enjoy what we see. And then if that's the case, because I'm not going to the games physically, okay? I'm watching on TV. But if they don't keep doing what they're doing, I'm not fucking finna watch like that until the playoffs. Playoffs, I'm locked in. I don't miss. I try my best not to miss a game of a single series, right, especially since we have this show, okay?
Right.
But even before that, now growing up, I watched all the games. Come on, I'm gonna be at work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan gonna play 82 games. Like most of the big dogs, if they took pride in playing the games, coming to work.
Yeah.
Okay. But even since they be on this bullshit, I've always tried to lock in on the playoffs because I know they're gonna be at work and I know there's gonna be some effort.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some effort. This shit is piss poor. You got all these, look at these scores now. Just because of the lack of defense.
I mean, the Lakers Spurs tonight was like 143 to 130 something. The Rockets and the Hawks last night was like 120 something to 120, 110, 115 something. It's just getting out of control, bro.
Some of that is the rules, and some of that is the coaching philosophy. They're able to shoot more threes, spaces the floor. So it makes perimeter defense tougher because you have your closeouts are longer, and everything. You have more court to defend.
Yeah.
Shots that guys, your coach wasn't gonna let you take in the 80s and 90s. Them shots, they saying, hey, shoot that bitch now. So now I gotta go guard that. Now that gives driving lanes. Okay, I get all that. But some of this is these motherfuckers just ain't playing no D.
They ain't playing no D, man. They ain't playing no D.
Point blank period.
They just not. That's the truth of it. They ain't playing no defense. They ain't playing no defense. Who the best defense in the NBA right now? Let me just find out. And because
it's some bullshit, man. So get it together, Adam Silver. Tighten up, man. Talk to your owners. Talk to GMs. Talk to the president of the Players Association, man. Y'all get this shit together, man. We love the game. We want to see the game played right. If I was still coaching, I would not tell my youngins to watch the NBA. I used to tell them anyway, watch college ball is more similar to the game that I'm coaching y'all to play. You know, as a high school coach,
Right.
you got zones, you got presses, and it's more fundamental and all that kind of shit. You know, because you still letting them get away with all these fucking travels and all that kind of stuff. And motherfucker want to tell me, oh, that's nice. They trying to call the carry now a little more. Like, look what I'm saying. They get so hyped up for being allowed to do shit that was illegal back in the day. And so then when people get to talking about the league, they say, oh, players today are so much more advanced. Yeah, if you let them cheat.
They're not more
if
advanced.
I can carry, if you're going to let me carry and walk and do all this shit, hell yeah, I can do some amazing shit.
They're not more
I get to
advanced.
run with the ball. Like, bro, this shit set on a platter for you, man.
Listen, let me listen. There ain't a team in the league right now that holds another team under 100 points. Back in our time, 90-ish, maybe.
Late 90s, we could say we really knowing what the fuck going on.
But I'm saying points per game, the team defensively, we talking like the Spurs, they keep you under 100.
And the fair weather fan didn't like that. So they tried to legislate that out. Okay, I get it. But if you watch that game, just watch America. You got eyes. If you watch basketball, you can see, man, some of these motherfuckers ain't doing this. And then I hate now they don't even send nobody to the glass no more. Now I know you're trying to make sure you can sprint and get everybody back. But goddamn, you can send one guy or two. You can send two guys to the glass. You can send two guys to the glass. Ain't nobody got a box out no more. I'm seeing Stephen Curry.
Hey.
Is leading the Warriors.
Hey, we not gonna do
rebounding. How, Sway?
Because the thing is now.
Just be down there.
We want to get the break. We rather get the break by getting the break going by getting the ball in his hand. So hey, Draymond block out.
But he ain't got nobody to box out. It's just he off ball because they trying to hide him defensively. And so when the shot is missed, he down there to get it.
Yeah, well,
but that's an element of competition that's removed from the game now that you ain't got to box out of shit no more.
Well,
just get the ball and go.
The league has devalued the product that we came up on, and before long, I think it's just going to end up becoming like play enough offense, and everybody just kind of stand around and just kind of throw their hand out and make sure kind of divert attention on the basket. But you're going to start seeing 120 plus point games per team here on out. It's just going to be a shootout. It's going to be the all-star game. That's what we're finna get. We're finna get the all-star game.
Well,
where don't nobody play defense to the fourth quarter.
Well, this is something that everybody should be able to get behind. Okay, so this ain't just no OGs talking about get off my lawn type of shit. Some of y'all young boys out there as well, because some of y'all want to spend y'all money and go see these folks play, and you know what I'm talking about. You enjoy watching the game, and y'all don't like when you pull up to the game or you're watching on TV and you don't see the top dogs out there either. Okay, so this is for the BGs all the way up to the OGs.
Yeah.
Fuck the NBA until the playoffs or until these motherfuckers decide to bring their ass to work.
They gotta come to work, man.
Because as the hardworking men and women, and yes, I'm an entrepreneur, so I set my own out and everything like that. But if I don't leave this house and go trap, I don't get no money. If I don't sit up here and do this, I don't get no money. Okay, with my t-shirt company, if my bride don't be up in there working all day like she be working, we don't get no money.
Yeah.
But these motherfuckers can sit up here as well-paid employees, because they ain't the boss.
Sit just like this here.
They ain't the bosses. And be dressed nicely over there on the sideline.
That's nice.
Be.
I got the opportunity to see LeBron and AD prior to AD coming to LA, and AD didn't even hit the flow for the Pelicans. And Bron was on the other end of the flow. And at that time, there was one Lonzo Ball. Caruso was playing for the Lakers. All before that trade happened.
Right.
And it was like me and the homie went down there, and he was like, "Man, I'm hot because I come to see LeBron." And LeBron didn't play. This was a Sunday afternoon game, I believe. And I was like, "Hey, man, I can't blame you for being hot with him. You came to see LeBron, and that didn't happen. I get it. AD didn't show up either. So
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna leave it at this. I think this is the only thing they can say because they don't give a fuck about us, the average man and woman consumers. Betting houses. If this shit start fucking up betting houses, where folks can put in tickets on games and then unexpectedly motherfuckers are missing for rest and all this shit, some gonna get right then.
They probably will. Probably will. Betting houses have an effect.
Shit, yeah.
They have an effect.
Shit, yeah.
I mean, so you got to proceed accordingly when it comes to the sports betting. That's big money. And the NBA has tied themselves to that too. They have tied themselves to the sports betting world and the daily fantasy world and everything. So
and don't act like the mob don't exist no more. The mob's still here too.
They're doing what they do.
Now some of them boys get to losing some money on this shit. Somebody gonna come up missing.
I'm just saying. Really, the truth of the matter is that, to me, the NBA needs to make sure these guys are putting out the right product. I ain't asking these guys to play 82. I'm not. But man, stop capping if you know you healthy and you know you can hit the flow. And stop all this trying to be precautious and all this stuff, man. You got the best of trainers, you got the best of nutritionists and dietitians and strength coaches and all this stuff. You got the best of everything, way better than these guys have had. And then the social media people want to make the comparison about the body type of Jordan versus a LeBron, and LeBron couldn't play in that era and all this stuff. No, it's probably true. LeBron couldn't play in that era because when you catch Rick Mahorn elbows once a month, or Bill Laimbeer elbow, or whoever else, and the game is hand checking and physicality versus, well, I got space now to go to get my bag off. Yeah, this right here means a lot.
Well, I would say he could definitely play in that era just because he's so fucking big.
I don't know.
But he would have to adapt. He would have to adapt to that. And I think he got that because a lot of this should be faking. Now, I know he just said he ain't getting the calls. So maybe he need to learn how to flop. And then motherfuckers put together a whole reel of him flopping. But he wasn't going to have to flop. Then he was going to get his ass lit up. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron James would have to show me what his 1-2 piece looked like. He'd have to go on ahead and swing. Early in his career, rookie year. Just go on ahead and still on off on Rick Mahorn and let him know I'm from Akron. And we ain't doing that. That's the way. That's the way it had to be. I don't see it.
He was bigger. He's bigger than most. He's a damn power forward.
He had to put hands on Rick Mahorn.
But some of these folks, sure enough, couldn't do it. Some of these, like Ja be rich, floating through the lane and stuff. He stay hurt in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Ja wouldn't have been doing all that floating through that lane like that anyway. I'm not saying he's not tough. I'm just saying the lane was clogged, America. That's what I'm saying. Go watch the game. The game, there's not enough spacing for all that shit.
Spacing, man.
Okay. And so all that lack of spacing led to more physicality. But the motherfuckers, for the most part, if they were healthy, they played.
No.
I'm not saying play injured. But I am probably saying play hurt though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can play hurt.
Yeah.
Your finger got jammed. You got some right knee soreness.
Yeah.
We got motherfuckers. It's basketball. You hoop. If you just hoop at the Y, you're gonna develop some right knee soreness, some left knee soreness.
Yes, I've had it.
You put some ice on them shits.
I've had it. I
People are
fractured a
missing.
thumb. I
They
fractured a
miss,
thumb playing basketball.
they missing games for sore calves and sore
Wait,
knees.
what do they call it? Is it load management? I've seen health and safety protocols now. Load management. Um, they just flat out tell you now, like LeBron, they just flat out tell you, well, Friday he playing. Like,
I
don't look
saw
for him the next 2 weeks. I mean, next 2 days.
I
But he
saw him
playing
get so
Friday.
gangster with the Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am. It was some team. They just flatly said rest.
Yeah. I'm gonna start going. When I call in to work and say I'm not coming, that's what I'm gonna say. Rest. Be like, is everything okay? Rest. And then it's just gonna be silence over the phone. They ain't gonna know how to respond. I'm just be like, all right, now y'all be good. Click.
Cause that's how they do the fans.
I
Shit.
mean, yeah,
Motherfuckers.
crazy, man.
So that's
Crazy.
what it is, America. Y'all chime in, tell us what y'all think, man. These motherfuckers gotta get their act together. Put it on something.
I'm gonna call in. I'm gonna call in to put on something like that too. Rest.
That's what Joe do. That motherfucker Joe been resting for the goddamn a year now.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?